Guys, I figured I would do part 2 today. I want to show you, I basically did everything in here on the last video. And so this video I want to show you everything I've got on my path and up on the side of my house. So don't think this was in the last video. I got another hot blonde. I put that in a short though, and doing pretty good there. That's a second hot blonde. I put this sensu in a short as well. It was not here in the last video. Kind of squeezed them all in here. So this is an azalea bonsai that I left about 3 leaves on in the winter. I really pruned this hard, and it was really unkept. It was like a big bush. I was really surprised at the deal I got, and it was because it had a bunch of scale, but I've got the scale off, and I'm really happy with it. Moving along, I've got a 3-gallon Ryus in here. My brother moved into his house and didn't want this, so I took it. It's broken. This is my first ever Shin to Shoujo, and I've kind of got it out here. It's just barely under my net. It's got some, I think, a little fungal issue going on. Is what those spots are, or it could be some burn. Other people will tell you it's from watering in the middle of the day and the sun magnifies the UV and burns your leaf. Who knows? This is a Sharps pygmy that has not seemed to change in about 1.5 years. This is a dawn redwood I've got staked up here, and it's a weeper. It's called Miss Grace. So when I move, I'm gonna dig all these up that are in the ground. This is a Japanese princess, and this is a Japanese princess. I had no intentions of planting these, but I didn't like the soil that I put. Most of these trees that are in the ground, I didn't like the soil I had them in. So I kind of just panicked and decided to make something happen. Put them in the ground. Coming around here, this is Mikawa Yatsubusa. It kind of snakes up back here behind this guy. This is Chishio Improved. Also one of my first Japanese maples. It's really grown quite a bit. It was just a little liner when I got it. This is my Kujaku, Dancing Peacock, attached to the pole. I think I had that in the first video. This is another Cosmo I planted here, and I've got 2 blooms just about to come. I've got a Germain styration here that I think I may need to move a little bit under the shade screen. It's getting a little hot. As you guys can see, the shade screen ends there, and so this is kind of my hot porch. I'm maybe thinking I'm gonna move this. This is Nakakamoto Weeping. Thinking maybe I'm gonna move this into some more shade, but we'll see. I've got a Siryu here, kind of just tall and lanky. Back tucked in here, I've got, this is Satsuki Beni, and this is a Dragon Master that I'm trying to just kind of shade in between all these. This is a Shishigashira that my neighbor gets a little suspect of. Can only wonder why. Another 3-gallon weeper here. Siryu. This right here is a Shin to Shoujo that it was just so tall and lanky. I got irritated one day, and I just kind of rigged them all into one little pole. I'm gonna untie that eventually here and kind of let them go. Another Shin to Shoujo here, tall and lanky. And there's another one tucked back here. Nothing too special. It's another Shin to Shoujo. Right here is one of my favorites. This is Indian Summer. These big giant leaves. I know I need to mow, guys, but my grass is a little long. I just love these giant leaves on Indian summer. Gotta be one of my favorites. Really hard to pick a favorite. This right here is called Tana, T-A-N-A. It kind of grows horizontally, but right now it's buttoned up against my rose bush. So, just got that as a small liner. This is Acer palmatum green tea. Really a big fan of this one. The leaves just look like, it's like little stars. I've got some sort of, like I said, I think this is a fungal issue from little leaf hoppers. But this is another Ryusin. I've got quite a few Ryusins. That's what that one is. I said it was a weeper because it's a Ryusin. Ryusin here. This tall 1 gallon is a Johan. I think it's actually pronounced Johan, J-O-H-I-N. This is Kihachi Joe. I got it as a 1 gallon. I decided to up pot it pretty big, but it's got some pretty good size. So this right here is Mila. Got it this spring, and some of the leaves were pretty messed up, but the new growth is just stunning. This isn't Mila. This is a hot blonde. So Mila, I'm excited for next spring. This is a hot blonde here. Got it in a Ace Hardware bucket that I just drilled holes in. You got to do that. Make sure you do have holes. This is one of my favorite trees, guys. I love hot blondes, and this one specifically just really, it's just something. This is tucked away here. This is Miyasama. I think this is Miyasama Yatsubusa. Let me see here. Yeah, Miyasama Yatsubusa. Takinagawa tucked away back there, Acer japonica. Got a Dragon Master here, kind of butted up with a Michael Steinhardt, kind of giving him a little more sun here, a little more shade here. Moonrise here with this hot blonde. Some of these I will tell you, I got this hot blonde in the mail like this, so although I'm pretty sure it's just fine here, I don't think they're going to scorch anymore. Oh well. Bottom leaves are beautiful. This one right here I'm just so fond of. I got it from Mr. Maple. Shout out to Mr. Maple. This is Momoiro Koyo-san. Behind it here I've got another Shinda Shoujo that I just repotted. So he's kind of tucked away back there. Lillian's Jewel here. And my Kujaku, this is a big boy. I just absolutely love this tree. I got this from JR's Maples, and he posted a blood good on eBay, and I saw this in the background, and I hit him up, and he sold it to me. I was just so happy. Got some seeds in the back there, you can see them. Tucked back here, I've got a Moonrise. I've got some string kind of pulling it this way off my house, which is kind of failing. Jordan there against the wall. This right next to it is called Sunny. I think I need to give it a bit more sun next year because it did not leaf out with this reddish tint. Tucked away back here, I've got what this is, Ghost Dragon. This right here is Seki no Kigan, Acer Seboldianum. I understand some of these probably don't stand out too well. There's another Shinda Shoujo back here. This is an Orange Dream next to it, and a Dragon Master. This is kind of just a cluster of too much. In the ground here, this is a failed Trident Bonsai that was in the first video, I think, up on my table there. But you can see it still hasn't leafed out. I figured I'll give it a shot. I don't know. Little tiny Shishigashira here. This is another Japanese princess. Like I said, I didn't like the soil that any of these were growing in, so I just said, what the heck? I throw them in the ground. This Irish lace, as summer has progressed, does not seem to like this spot so much. We did just have a bit of a drought. I don't know if it was a drought or the heat increasing, one of the two did it. This right here is Hoshi Yadori, Acer Pictum Hoshi Yadori. It didn't leaf out with too much variegation, and again, I didn't like the soil, so I panicked and planted it. So when I move, these are coming with me. This is the back side of that large microjacu. Right here, this is Pastel. I just love this one. I got this from JR's Maples as well. When I got this, I put this part in the shade and this part was more out in the sun, and it turned this reddish color. This kind of stayed this green color. It was real nice. You see, it's kind of all fading into more one now. I've got a Michael Steinhardt here, guys. Look at that. Man, I wish you could see this in person, because the camera just doesn't do that color justice. All that new growth just about to come out. I got this from Mr. Maple. Look at that. Real happy with this. You can see these leaves up here are shaded, so they're more green, and these are actually catching more sun, believe it or not, down here. Just the way things are with the sun. But it's just crazy what a little more sun can do. Back here, this is Mikawa. Let's see. Mikawa Nishiki. And it was just so tall and lanky, I've cut it back in 3 different places. All these, it was just 3 long branches. Mikawa Nishiki. It's doing okay. I'm excited to see its future. It's got some good size. Happy Corallinum here. Again, I'm thinking fungal, maybe too hot, don't know. It'll get over it. This right here is, I want to say it's called Toona Sinensis is the scientific name. Don't ask me why I remember that. The cultivar name is Flamingo. It's supposed to be bright pink. It leafed out green this year. This bad boy and this bad boy are the same. Higasayama, lost their variegation. As you can see, there's a little bit, but I'm really excited about this one. I got these at the same size and the same age. I pruned them back both to about there. This one blew up this summer, this one not so much. Sorry, this spring, this one blew up. And lastly, in the ground here, panic planted all these next to an AC unit. I've got Hogyoku. This is oh geez. Two little dwarfs. I can't even remember the names of these little guys. 2 little bush plants. And another Japanese princess. So, and back behind it here, this is Kinshi. Golden threads. Not seeming to like this spot too well, but live and you learn. Guys, that's about it. It's a work in progress. Maybe moving soon. So we'll see where the future lies with these videos, and I'll try to keep up on all of their futures, so you can see them progress. If you're still watching at this point, I didn't think I'd be saying something like this, but thank you very much. Goodbye.